Great, beautiful, blessed Monday. Hello there. Hello there. If you are seeing me, you should be seeing me from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Tickety Tockety. Hi, Tickety Tockety. You in here today? Great afternoon from Strong Island. Hey, Sonia. Thank you for being here, my friend. Very reliable. Very great. If you have any grief things going on with you, hit up Sonia Dungy, okay? Always destined for greatness is everywhere on her social, I believe. And there's a masterclass coming up. Go if you have grief issues, which most of us do, that we're just not dealing with. Listen to her podcast, watch her podcast, go to her masterclass. Great human. I only promote the best on here, okay? So if you don't know who I am, I'm Tenille. Hi. My name is Tenille, and I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life after diagnosis or major life disruption. So right now, we have a lot of major life disruptions. I'm just really talking about health things, chronic illness things. I am very well versed. I am 20 years in the game, over 20 years in the game of being a loopy, diagnosed with lupus when I was 19 years old, and I'm 40 now. I have definitely made a turn in the way that or what I'm talking about, who I'm talking to, as far as it comes to, the chronically ill. Oh, Sonia put her information in the comments. If you're on Facebook, Sonia has her podcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If y'all would tune in, that would be lovely. Tell them that Tenille sent you. Happily Healed sent you. So the reason why I am talking about food and how we eat and how we live outside of just being like medication and things like that, I have been convicted to share more about what I eat and how I take care of myself. I just had my 10-year vegan anniversary, and I'm like part shocked, part like obviously. It seems like forever, and just the other day that I started. But I know that it has made such a huge difference, and I don't ever want to promise a cure with any of the things that I do, right? I do want to promise it will change the way that you live and exist in a body that is carrying disease. You're living through a lot of dis-ease. And I know for me, I haven't changed a single solitary thing except what the doctors told me until I was desperate for change. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was desperate to feel better. And at that point, I knew the rabbit hole. I knew that I tell my doctors, I had a great team at that time also. I tell my doctors, I don't feel well. The medication's not working. It's not strong enough, etc. I'm going through something. I need some extra support. And what they would give me is a handful more of pills. What they would give me is, well, the research says. And I just gave myself freely to the medical system and depended on them to do the things that I could have been helping myself with, to do the things that were my responsibility. I threw it on these doctors who all they know is all they know. Like, I know and love several doctors. I know and love several people in the medical field. And I know that a lot of them really believe they are saving the world. They are doing the best for everyone. And they're following the rules and they're doing the books. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the body is not, it doesn't go by the books. Almost every time that I've had any kind of flare or medical thing go on, they tell me, they preface it by saying like, oh, this shouldn't be happening to you. This doesn't happen this way. that can't happen, and it happens. It happens real aggressively because my body does crazy stuff. Yes. On TikTok, we have a comment: prevention is the best practice. Absolutely, prevention is the best practice. Don't get here. I hope that you are healthy and watching or listening to this podcast because you just enjoy my Disney voice. That's great. That's amazing. I love that for us. The point is, once you have gotten there, do not depend all on, just medication or just, you are responsible for doing your part. You put a vote on how you're going to feel at least 3 times a day when you eat. At least 1 time a day when you're intentionally moving your body. These are all things that no matter what your level of health is, if you've never made it a habit and you're a grown adult person, it's uncomfortable and you don't feel like it. I was in high school. In high school, I was a fat mama. I was a big girl. Okay, I was real big. I was already real tall because I grew to my full height by 7th grade. 5'7" 3/4. And then I stopped, but they projected me to be 6 foot or 6'1". My father is 6'3.5". They projected me to be a bigger human, and I was always really big. I was active, but like it wasn't because if it wasn't fun, I wasn't doing it, and I was eating whatever I wanted to. My dad was a professional athlete. God rest his soul. He was, a professional boxer. When he was on point, he was on point. He had dietitians and diet specialists and trainers and all this stuff, right? But I saw him doing his due diligence when he was on, like he had a fight scheduled, he needed to be on, and he would eat very, very properly according to the books. And then when he wasn't training for anything, he would eat like a crazy person. I saw my father once eat for my birthday party, ate an entire Bigfoot pizza by himself. Do you know Bigfoot Pizza? I don't know if they still exist anymore. Little Caesars is a pizza place here in America. Is it still? I think it still is. But when I was a kid, you can get a foot-long pizza. And my father ate that foot-long pizza by himself because eating is love in our family, and food is how we, celebrate. It's how we mourn. Food is a very huge part of the human experience. So to change that, I understand is a big deal. It is a big lifestyle change to do things that are out of the ordinary. However, if the ordinary is chronic illness, if the ordinary is, can't sleep, can't fit into your clothes you want to fit into, can't, do physical activity with your kids, can't, pass whatever medical tests. If that's the ordinary, I'm down to be extraordinary. I'm down, okay? Like, there's always room to grow. There's always room to be a better version of yourself. Yes. In any kind of aspect of eating. Like, I understand that looking the way that I currently look, I could or could not get people to believe that this has helped me. But if you've seen a picture of me as Mr. Potato Head, not a costume, it's actually my body and head completely swollen up, then you know that there's been much worse. And I'm going to put a picture on the screen. Trigger warning. If you understand that chronic illness can take you out and you can do your part to do your part by what you put into your mouth, then I wholeheartedly beg and plead that you consider. It doesn't even mean everyone is going to go vegan overnight or plant-based. What it is that I want everyone to investigate what fits their body the best. And not with, oh, I feel good, da, 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 da. I know plenty of people who have felt good and went ahead and had a stroke. Felt good and had kidney failure. Felt good and were very, very sick inside. These are chronic illnesses that are invisible illnesses, which means you cannot see them from the outside until it is way too late. Now, there are a million methods of healing bodies, because your specific body is your specific body. And I'll preach that forever and ever, amen. This is my way. This is what I've been doing. 10 years vegan, 10 years of fighting tooth and nail this chronic illness. Even when I was on medication, medications work better when you are hydrated. Medications work better when you're eating properly. This is not about comfort food, because the comfort that you think you are getting with your food could be killing you. There is no comfort for the people that you leave behind because you die early because you're not taking care of yourself. It is so diabolical the way that the food system is right now, that people are being fed so many mixed messages that they don't even realize that they are killing themselves one spoonful at a time, okay? They don't even realize that the things that their mama and grandmama, the ones with diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol, have been feeding them and calling it love, has been actually killing them. Not to mention the ramifications of the environmental things that I don't even, I barely go into those things. I graze over them at best. But I'm telling you that when you're at your most helpless, when you are at your most, depressed and needing some kind of help, that is almost too late. Like, you need to figure this out before you're laying in a hospital bed like I was. Like, wow, what can I do? How can I help myself? Before the disease gets so bad that I'm like, if I go to the doctors, they're just going to drug me up and I'm not going to be able to get anything done because I'm going to be so wonked out on medication. Is that a word? Wonked out? It is now. It's fine. Here y'all go. Every time. Thank you so much for the likes on TikTok, guys. I appreciate it. And here on the other socials, please let me know if you are relating. Put relate. If you see that you're getting value here, please put value. Let me know where you're tuning in from. All of that. I would love to know. Okay. Wow. So I'm looking at my notes that I didn't even look at all since I've been on here. It's okay. I'm going rogue. Going rogue. The point is that this is why I do these master classes. This is why I do these podcasts. And I have been niching down because I want to help the people who actually really need me. I really want to speak directly to you. I want you to understand that I have gone through what you're going through. And as much as these chronic illnesses are all different, they're all basing from the same. It's all built up inflammation. It's all, I do not want to fearmonger either. I don't like that. I don't want you to be afraid to eat. I don't want you to be afraid of, I did something wrong and now I'm doomed. That's not what we're here to do. We're building each other up. We are making sure, hello. We are making sure that we can eat and live and drink comfortably and supporting our health, supporting the life that we want to lead, right? So yes, you can go out and have some fun food sometimes, but check yourself and see, write down, what do I feel like? I just had a night out. I partied, I drank, I ate, I was merry. And then what do you feel like in the morning? What do you feel like? What was your sleep like that night? What does your blood work look like that month if you went out more that month? And like, I'm not telling you this to ruin your fun or to be a Debbie Downer. I am telling you these things because you are out here on this internet talking about how sad and how sick you are, and you don't know what to do. In my inbox, well, how do you do it? I'm telling you step by step how this is how I did it. Everything doesn't work for everybody the exact same way, but I want to make sure that you understand me when I tell you this is not just for me. This is for you. This is for us. If we have people walking around, zombie out on all these medications, just like mad that they're sick but not doing anything, you're not helping the cause. Who's doing research on something that is not going to, ever be helped? The people are not trying to do anything for themselves. Like, we're helping the doctors as much as the medical industry. That's a whole nother bag. I'm going to have a guest on the podcast next month that's going to make everybody mad. We're going to talk about that. But help yourself. Help us help you. There's no reason that you should be miserable and still complaining about it and not helping yourself. Pain, totally real. Pain exists for everyone in some capacity. Suffering, you are choosing that, actively choosing that every day. Every day, when I wake up in the morning, I do a full body assessment before I actually open my eyes. I wear a sleep mask now, but I am laying there and I'm like, I wiggle my toes. I like feel my body. Like, what do I feel like? Like, how am I gonna go about this day? Like, is my body ready to carry me? People are just jumping out of bed and drinking coffee instead of having any kind of water or breakfast or slamming an energy drink and go about their day, and they don't even feel anything until they realize they're in pain. And then they're like, I don't know why, like, this isn't working for me. Like, if you're not taking care of yourself, why do you want everyone else to take care of you? Why do you want everyone else to listen to you complain? Like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be rude. I want to explain to you that knowledge is power. Yes, that's right. Knowledge is power. And understanding your own body is your own responsibility. I went a lot of years growing up not understanding that was my responsibility. That the way that I fueled my body to find its healthy place was my responsibility. I was just blindly eating stuff. Oh, that looks good. We live in America where they're going to deep fry it and wrap it in bacon for no reason. It was just minding its business, being delicious and healthy. You're like, I know what you could do with that fruit or vegetable. Wrap it in bacon, deep fry it. It'll be better. Like, covered in cheese. And I never questioned any of it. It didn't at all, like, cross my mind that, oh, this is killing me. Like, this is causing more inflammation on top of the inflammation that I already have from this chronic illness that I got from, nobody knows how. Okay. This is now, you can't unknow what I just told you. Please take your health into your own hands and realize that there's a portion of this that is on us. Like, I understand wanting the comfort of, like, this type of food, or like you're on your period and you want chocolate. Like, I get it. I understand. There are ways around it. There are ways that you can get the things you're actually missing and needing, and that comfort. It is a mind shift. It is a change that you make on how you think about the food you are putting in your body. The food that is going to support your healing or destroy your body, destroy your mind. So I'm going to tell you that I have a masterclass coming up, and I'm still harping on this. I'm still talking about this. This to me is a very big topic, and I feel like I jump scared people with this new, topic. And it's not new to me because I'm 10 years in the game with veganism. But I do understand that a lot of people don't know me for talking about specifically veganism. So next month is Lupus Awareness Month, and we will be talking about this all month. And I'm going to have some loopies on here who have some other aggressive things to tell you. I wanted to soften the blow right now with my baby voice and being very kind to my people that May 12th, yes, May 12th will be my next masterclass. It will be called From Illness to Brilliance, How to Rebuild Your Health, Energy, and Life Vegan Edition. I don't think I'm ever going to have another edition. I just would like people to understand that this is what I'm talking about. Genuinely, I went to school for nutrition. I went to school for food and nutrition. I have a degree in dietetics. I'm a dietetic technician. I was registered in New York State. And going to school and learning what the government does in order to call things food and the way that food actually works through the body. The first flare-up I had that I couldn't eat for months. I was living off of Pedialyte popsicles, okay? Because I couldn't even drink water straight. It would just come back up. So I lost 1 million pounds, maybe like 60 pounds, 70 pounds, in a couple months, real quick, because I could not eat. And I realized, thank you so much. I realized that taking my first bite of food, which was a strawberry, I'll never forget, I could feel everything about this strawberry going down my throat. The flavor was so bright, and I laid there and I could just feel it moving through my body. And I was like, whoa, I need to figure out how food is affecting me. It never occurred to me. I changed my major from music to food right then in my mind, and I changed it as soon as I could, and I got that degree, and I still was like, what is going on? Like, I still don't get how food affects me. And I was very newly diagnosed. Like, I just had the one major flare up, and I was talking to a lot of people about like how food affects how their medication works. I was working and doing my what's it called? I want to say residency, but that's not what it's called. I was doing my like rounds in hospitals with very sick people to learn how to be a nutritionist, a dietetic technician, and talking to these people one-on-one about what they ate. It seemed to me, even in hospital or in like rehabs, that what they ate affected how their medication worked. What they ate affected their mood, affected the inflammation in their body. And that was just from being a very baby dietetic technician. So I started understanding before I went vegan. I was reading books. I spent years before going vegan researching what it was. I didn't know exactly what it was. I just knew I wanted to eat in a way that was going to support health instead of disease. I wanted to eat in a way that would support my mind actually being able to hold on to information and not be hyped up or bogged down. Or I didn't understand. I didn't know the itis. If you know the itis, have you heard of the itis? I didn't realize that you could eat food, like large amounts of food, and not get the itis. Not get like where you eat a big meal and then like tryptophan knocks you out. You just like, crazy. That's not how, that is not how I was raised. I thought like you eat a big meal, you got to take a nap like that. I thought that was normal. That's not normal. Human beings eat so that they have fuel to have energy to do things. And that's why wasn't that clicking? Why didn't I don't know. I literally was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this big meal. I'm gonna take me a nap. That does not make sense. Like, it does not make sense. And now the way that I eat, that doesn't happen to me. I do not get that big rush, that big crash. And we all deserve at least that. At least having the food support your regular daily life is what you deserve. And the times that you can't really eat, and you just want like something little because you don't feel good or you're nauseous or whatever, changing the things that you use to aid you when you were not feeling well it's leaps and bounds. Like, I can't explain how immediate the things happen. So when I did my first green juice fast, I'll say that my first 2 weeks, I felt terrible, but I felt terrible beforehand, right? Like, I felt really, really bad. And I just was like, this is the focus. As long as I keep doing this, at the end of this, I should feel different, right? But by that end of the 2 weeks, the way that I felt euphoric, the way that I felt like a whole different person. I was working at Applebee's, okay? I was working at Applebee's in Yonkers, if that's still there. Cross County Mall, Applebee's, yo. I don't know if that's still there. I was working there, and everything is French fries and deep fried and whatever. And people in my like regular customers, people that I was working with, my coworkers, they're like, "Oh, you look different. You look different. Something's different." Like, I was glowing from the inside out because I had been drinking only green juice and water. I had taken all that junk out of my body, medication, all that stuff. And I'm not saying to get off of any medication. I was very much consulting with my doctors very closely. They knew everything that's going on. Don't be crazy. Don't do it. But they can see, like, you can tell if somebody's eating properly. You can tell if somebody's smoking, if someone's drinking. Like, it comes through your skin. It comes through your hair. It comes through your nails. Like, all that stuff that sickness does to you, eating poorly does to you as well. So what we're going to do is go from illness to brilliance. We're going to talk about this until you get it. Next month, this upcoming month, May, I can't believe April's already over, but next time I see you, May, we will be doing mini episodes like I've done the past 2 years. Now, every year, I'm not going to lie, it's getting harder and harder. It is hard because I'm traveling. I'm, doing a lot of things outside that I wasn't. It was easier when I was home most days, or like, this month coming up, I got a lot going on. I'm going to do my very best to accommodate our little thing we got going on, that every month of May, do a mini episode every day. I'm going to do my best. We have some great guests coming on for this month as well. And I'm going to show up my very best, the best I possibly can. I do know, though, this masterclass, I'm going to pour my heart out. So I'll be putting the link everywhere for y'all to register. Also, if you haven't gotten the PDF, if you want a PDF to start you out, if you're like, oh, I don't know what to eat, I've never eaten anything vegan. When people say that blows my mind. Never ate an apple or an orange or freaking broccoli. Like, you've never had anything vegan? Okay, cool. Yes, if you are looking for some guidance on how to build a vegan plate, I made a PDF. I'm not really PDF girl, but it's cute and it's informative. So please let me know if you need that. Inbox me, send me a DM or comment on this, and I'll go back and look through the comments and see who needs it. But yeah, please let me know, and I'm going to help you guys however I can. Like, food is a life force. Food is, more than just what it tastes like. And I do eat delicious things. I do make delicious things. I don't like eating the yuckies, but it's your life depends on it. Eat like your life depends on it, because your life depends on it. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Stay happily healed. And I'm going to see you out in these vegan streets all May. All right. Have a great one. Bye.